T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I never held him.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you alive? God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Baby, ooh, 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 baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today is Monday. We're back on Fan Film Night Monday, and with me, as always, is Eric from the Bearded Entertainment. What is up, my man? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I had a great weekend of football. All the teams I thought that were gonna win won. Not that I have a dog in the fight this year, but yeah, man, I'm feeling pretty good today.
I was thinking about it. We might have to change the name because we've done exclusively fan films up till now.
Yeah.
However, tonight,
Right,
is going to be the first non-fan film. Now it still is it's a. I don't even know what to say about it. Like
it's a web series. It's like a web series.
It's a web series, but it's an original concept.
It is.
That's the thing. Like it's short films. It is. You could say it's fan made, but this is typically a fan film. Obviously, refers to like making making a film about a concept that already exists or a within another franchise. So this is the first time we're doing this with an original concept, and I'm excited to see because you at this point you have no clue what's going to go on.
Right. I'm now, in all fairness, I did watch the first episode, so I am one ahead. Okay. I don't usually do
cheater.
that, but I I didn't, it just kind of happened. It just kind of happened, but we are lucky enough tonight. We are watching Serial from the Coleman brothers, and I am very excited to watch this series on here, and I'm very excited to have them here with us. And they are here with us tonight. Vincent and James, the Coleman brothers, are here with us tonight because we did watch Halloween Inferno a couple weeks ago too. And they made Halloween Inferno. So I'm sure there might be a few questions about that, but let's go ahead and bring them on. We're lucky enough to have them with us tonight. And I want to say what's up to you guys, and thanks for coming out and hanging out with us tonight on Movies and Beyond.
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate you being here. And we first want to say thank you for watching Halloween Inferno.
Yeah.
And thanks for taking interest in our film.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
Thanks for making Halloween Inferno, man. It was such a delight to watch. I never want to rank these fan films because I don't know if I could. But I know you said you were thinking about it, Michael. I don't know if I could because I really
thinking about it and doing it is two separate things because it's tough.
It's a cop-out to say this, but I mean it wholeheartedly. I really do love all of them. Like, there are certain things with most of them you can pick out and say, like, oh, well, I didn't like this about that one. But obviously, and I've said this many times, you give a little bit more leeway to fan films because they don't have huge production budgets. So, like, they can't do things the same way that a big studio film does. But, man, Inferno killed it. Like, it was amazing. And there was definitely multiple points where I laughed really hard. We might have addressed one of them backstage. Actually, I think it was both of them backstage because it came up two more times. It came up twice, right?
Yes.
The Tyrone Biggums.
Yes. But I absolutely loved it, man. I that's the first time, Eric, we talked a little bit about this backstage, that we did pause it. Like, now I know in my mind somewhere just saw Tyrone Biggums. Like, that just, I didn't catch it right away, but I guess, my subconscious was like Tyrone Biggums. And I was like, wait a minute. What? Hold on a second. And then another time that I thought was crazy, but it's so true with Halloween, was when Michael was driving and he just drove right past the sheriff. That was the other part. And we were laughing because we're like, Michael has balls. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. He just drove right through, the crime scene area, and he just drove right past, mask on and everything. And that's kind of like a callback to the original Halloween where Michael goes driving by and Loomis is just standing right there. And it was just like, look, between those two events, in my mind, I'm like, look, Michael doesn't even care. Like, he'll just drive all the way through there. He does not care whatsoever. But what a great film.
Yeah, what's funny about that scene is actually I never noticed that until I got the Blu-ray version of Halloween 1, where he drives right by the store that had the masks and knives stolen from it. Like, only you could see it was a far shot. Like, I'm sure a lot of people missed it, but talking to James in that scene, we were just like, that would be like hilarious if he just, they're looking for this guy's right there. So
I think the only thing that would have made it more hilarious is if he was going the other way. If I remember correctly, he was going like from left to right on screen, which means the driver's side is further away. Yeah. If he was going this way and the window was down and you just see Michael plain as day, window down, like staring at it, that's the only thing that would have made it better for me. Short of that, man, it was like the perfect amount of humor to break that, like, and I don't even know if it was supposed to be humorous, but in that moment, we definitely were like, wait a minute, was he just like chilling, driving by like on a freaking Friday night?
That's actually something we really talked about with the Serial series, is that horror it's a fine line between horror and comedy, and you lean one way and it's funny and you lean the other way and it's scary. And a lot of times when shooting Serial, we were laughing our ass off on set at what we were doing, and then when it translates to film, people thought it was terrifying. So
yeah,
it kind of
something like that. Jordan Peele's like the only difference between horror and comedy is the music.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's a fine line.
Because some scenes of Serial, you'd actually laugh if that was a goofy song, but the music choices we used, you're like, that's just really disturbing. And when we were filming it, it wasn't, which is really cool that it came off that way.
So I do have one more question about Inferno that we were talking about at the end of the stream that night. Is there an Inferno Part 4? Because there was some talking, like I know that we watched the Boogeyman cut, and then that was 3 parts into one to make the Boogeyman cut, correct?
Yeah.
So was there a Part 4? Because we were looking
there was
for
a trailer for one, maybe.
So we're terrible at raising money, and we tried Indiegogo, and Indiegogo is a full-time job in its own right, and we're extremely once we get fixated on something, we have to do it. So it's like, hey, I want to make Halloween Inferno 4. Let's shoot it in a week. While these other people will stretch out an Indiegogo for years on end trying to raise the money when I think a lot of the success of Inferno and a lot of the fan films around that time is because of Halloween 2018 and like the resurgence of the Halloween franchise. And then the delay, which made it even more popular because we were able to give a sequel to something that we actually came out with Inferno before there was any clips or anything on it on Halloween Kills. So we came up with the burn mask on our own. We went to our special effects artist. His name's Mike Del Rosa. And we're like, hey, we want it to be half burned on the side. And then the movie comes out a year later with a trailer and it looks just like it. We're like, hey, we
got
that right.
Actually, Chris Nelson, who did the effects, I saw him at a film festival and we were talking. He's like, oh, yeah, we saw Inferno. It got passed around the set of Halloween Kills, and I was like, that's awesome. Like, that's just such an honor that you guys all watched it. Like, so cool. And then I was like, by the way, we're coming for the rights. And he's like, oh, talk to Malika, and I was like, okay, but I didn't really pursue it. But like James said, like with Indiegogo, it's like we're not going to wait 2 years because our minds are already on the next project. So
to answer your question, to go back that yes, there's a intro to Halloween Inferno Part 4. And I mean, I guess we could basically tell you what we were going to do because we never raised the money to do it anyways. And I remember in your stream, you asked about Halloween Inferno, what it cost to make it. We made Part 1 with like $300. We made Part 2 with like $1,500. And then we made Part 3 with like $3,000 maybe altogether.
With equipment we've acquired because we have a production business where we do like commercial work, all that stuff. And we make other films. So we had all of the equipment prior, unlike a lot of other filmmakers, because it's expensive equipment. So
we were mostly paying for like props, actors, locations. That's really it. And then the rest we were really just. I honestly don't even know. We were kind of pulling it out of our ass to make it happen, but it worked.
I was about to say it definitely paid off, man. Like it was, and one thing that I remember distinctly is sound. Like. The sound was perfect in your movie, which is something that not a lot of fan films can say. That's I think the biggest struggle with most fan films is audio. Your audio was, and that's a weird nerdy thing to get into, but audio for me is so important, and that was it was amazing to hear because it definitely had like a production level feel to the audio, and it's a weird thing to say. It's nerdy, but I appreciate that stuff. So
hey, that's huge, Eric. Audio's huge for me. Like audio can take you out of watching something. You know, if you really can't hear what's going on and stuff. It was great, and it's funny.
Shaky cam more than you will bad audio. Like you'll forgive visual way more than you will audio.
If shaky cam's done at the right moment, it's good. You know what I mean? Works. It's just all about what works.
Yeah, and you know, thinking about this, it's actually brought 2 more things up. We did talk about the mask in the show, Eric, because we were like, I don't think Trick or Treat Studios had a Kills mask out yet. You remember we were talking about that in the movie, so that's crazy that you brought that up. About the mask and you guys creating that and everything. That's super awesome.
And I've seen the Trick or Treat Studios one. Y'all's definitely looked better than the Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah. If you want to see it? I'm gonna get it really quick.
Hell yeah!
Oh, hell yeah, man! Love that stuff.
I think I still know the answer. So with Part 4, so we shot Part 4 as that intro scene to generate more interest in getting more funds, and it just never worked out. So we're like, you know what? Instead of dwelling on it and making my whole life about shooting a fan film, I'll just move on to the next thing. But we did have a really cool idea. Like we were gonna bring out an Uber Myers, like not like Jason, but it was gonna be Michael Myers in prison eventually that and there's a whole thing that goes on at the prison. He comes out with like an actual corrections jumpsuit on and handcuffs that are broken, and he ends up breaking into the police evidence locker, getting his mask, everything back. It was going to be cool, but oh well.
Oh, wow.
This was after taking out the whole, like, it was basically Rambo in the woods with Michael Myers. Like, they're all coming after him, shooting at him. He's going through trees, and, like, that was going to be cool, but oh well.
That's a beautiful mask, man.
Yeah, this is from our special effects guy. He did, like, I think this is, like, paper towel and glue, and I don't know. He's awesome like this, but yeah, this was
it almost has a Freddy look to it.
Yeah.
On the side.
Yeah, like the bird side. The bird side almost has like a Freddy texture look.
Yeah, it always looks different too on screen because it's like certain lighting and stuff we do and color grading, all that stuff. But yeah, here's the other mask. Sorry, I'm a nerd too.
Oh no, man.
Here's the other mask that
you're in like company, let me tell you.
Yes, but I mean, look behind Michael up there. There's plenty to talk about.
All right, I'm just gonna put these guys right here.
Oh, that is freaking awesome.
He's got all cool stuff at his house. I just have the cameras.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Man,
and
that's an okay trade-off to me. Like, I'd be okay with that.
Hey, another thing too that Eric that we were really big on too was when Michael was cauterizing his hand.
Yeah,
and you could see like the fingers were moving and everything.
Like, how did y'all do that special effect? Because like, how many? Yeah. A couple of the fingers were removed. I think it was like 2, right?
Yeah.
And then he like I forget, was it the blowtorch he used?
Yeah,
it was a little torch.
Actually, we're on our sets. We're always open to everybody's ideas, and we were just thinking like, what can Michael Myers do with the 2 fingers he got blown off with the shotgun in 2018 Halloween? And we're like, what is the most Michael Myers thing? And somebody on the set, I believe it was Adam, right, James?
It was Adam, yeah.
He was saying, what if he burned the wound shut? And we're like, how can we do that? And then we were like overthinking it, of course. Like, oh, he presses his hand on a hot stove or something. And then we were in an auto shop anyways, like in that scene, like an auto garage. And then the special effects artist was like, why doesn't he just grab a blowtorch? And he made a prosthetic arm that like of a hand he made for another movie. He's worked on like 300.
I think it was his hand.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
It was like a mold of his own hand.
No, it was somebody else's from a show called Bite Me or something.
Yeah.
And we just my real hand was, I played Michael Myers. My real hand was like down by my side, and then we had the fake prosthetic hand that looked like identical to my hand. And then I took the blowtorch and burned the spots, and then we had 2 people puppeteering like the other fingers to make them look like they were moving.
That's what I was wondering.
There's a behind the scenes video on our YouTube of that. You could see it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out, because that's I figured it was a prosthetic, but then when the fingers moved, I was like, oh, okay, there's more to it than just like a prosthetic that's burning. There's something else going on to make it look real.
Yeah,
it looked really
closely, if you look closely, actually the thumb is like, it didn't have anything in it, so it's kind of like bouncing, like rubbery. I kind of gave it away, but I mean, whatever.
By the way, damn good job playing Michael. I didn't realize that was you playing Michael. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
It's been many years of him playing Michael Myers and me understanding how to shoot Michael Myers, because that was the first film we ever made as kids. We were 10 and 11, and yeah, that's it. We made a whole lot of them. We posted them on YouTube back in the day when we were in like middle school and high school, and they used to get a lot of views, but back then you couldn't make money on YouTube. So now they kind of, you could look them up. You could find them. Just type in Coleman Bros Halloween. You'll find some old ones. Like we did a direct sequel to Halloween H2O, like, I don't know, 15 years ago now.
We were all in high
I
school.
bet it was better than Resurrection.
And what is it?
I think our first film was better than Resurrection.
Man, when I met James Hugh Courtney, I brought that up because I had to bring up the whole Busta Rhymes thing, and he's such a nice guy. He was like defending Busta Rhymes. Like,
really?
Yeah, well, I was talking. I asked him like, "Who's your favorite Michael?" And then Nick Castle was at a booth right next to him, so he goes, "Nick Castle." I'm like, "All right, other than the original, who's your favorite?" And being, of course, the diplomatic guy he is, he's like, "Oh, they all had something that unique they brought to the character." I'm like, "Yeah, but like one of them got punked out by Busta Rhymes," and he's like, "Busta Rhymes is a big guy. I mean, like, have you met him?" And he's just so nice. I always think that's funny, but I'm like, come on now, He got punked by Busta Rhymes. You could say he's the weakest link in the Michael chain.
True.
Wouldn't do it. He's
If I'm going to get Michael Myers crazy for a quick second, that's one thing that I specifically did not want to happen in Inferno is I hate when someone gets the best of Michael Myers, even if they're the lead. And like we had Lily in it, and I just refused to let her. She's the one that gets to kick him and punch him and get the best of him. My thought was, all right, she'll try, and she gets backhanded before she gets very far. Because if he's taken out an entire all the firefighters, if he's taken out the entire town, to only then be defeated by a 70-year-old woman, it's just a slap in the face to the audience. And I refuse to do that.
Grace, right? You know what I mean? Like that, yeah.
I had this debate the other day with someone where I said Jason was more iconic than Michael. And I brought up all these points, and they did not like those points. I'm like, well, who got defeated by, a senior citizen?
You tread lightly when you talk to fans of slashers. You know what I mean? Like they're very like I once got jumped on for saying that Jason would beat up Ghostface, and this person could not understand how I was saying that, and I'm like, how do you not understand?
Ghostface is a normal ass guy.
That's what I kept. I just let it go.
Ghostface.
I just started.
Scream is my favorite, but like Ghostface is a normal ass man.
I just started agreeing with them so they would go away. You know what I mean? Like that's at that point. But we have been talking for a little bit here. Let's see who's in the chat with us tonight. Let's say hi to everybody, and then we'll get started with Serial. Melissa is in the chat saying, "I've seen this already. It's good, but I still love Inferno." What is up, Melissa? How you doing tonight? Jerry Wilson's in the chat saying, "Let's get it." What is up, Jerry? And he has reminded everyone to smash that like button. What is going on? What is going on? Val from Val's Views is in the chat. The general's in the chat. And the general always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What is up, Val? Glad you can make it here tonight. Russell Dorsey's in the chat saying, "What's up, everyone? I smashed that like button. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday night. Happy Fan Film Monday, everyone." What is up, Russell? What is going on, my man? Always glad to have Callie Duff is in the chat saying hi. Clayton from Ages of Fear is in the chat. What's up, fellas? Jason time. If you haven't checked out Ages of Fear podcast yet, go over and check out Clayton there. He's definitely doing a good job over there. Just getting started on YouTube. He is doing a podcast on all of the slashers. Well, he's done Freddy and he's done Jason. I'm not sure what's next for him, but it's definitely a good time over there. So definitely check him out if you haven't already. Sarah Campbell's in the chat saying, "Hey, what is up, Sarah?" Let me see if I'm getting everybody that has at least spoken in the chat. James is in the chat. The Shape. Hi, folks. Hope you all had a good day. What is up, James?
Man, I am so awful about remembering people's real names.
Like, I do my best.
Like you always know, like when I see The Shape, I'm like, The Shape. That's who you are to me. I've never met you in person. Okay, cool. James, it's great to meet you. But there's several people who come in with, like, my name usually shows up as the Bearded Entertainment. Most people just call me Bearded because they don't know, like, it's actually Eric. So you're so much better at that than I am. I have such a hard time remembering people's real names.
I do my best, man. And the thing, especially with James does help out because I'll go up to Matt's shop on the weekend and James will be up there hanging out as well.
So you've met him in person.
I have met James in person, yes.
Okay, that makes more sense, right? Like your Movies and Beyond, but obviously I know you as Michael because we met. Like,
right.
Cool.
Yes.
That makes more sense now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not there's no magic or wizardry behind what I'm doing here. I am
exactly
kind of
what
aided.
Someone who was magic would say. Come on to you.
DJ's Plays Favorites is in the chat saying, "Hello, everyone. What is going on, DJ?" Scanning through. I think I got everybody that has spoken in the chat.
By the way, Val, thanks for posting the links to Coleman Brothers YouTube channel. Y'all definitely go.
Yes.
Make sure to go check out all these episodes we're watching on their channel and leave a like over there as well. Drop a comment on their videos.
Guys, I do want to say, as Fan Film Monday, have you guys seen our Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film?
Not yet.
No.
Maybe we should watch that before anything. We would arguably say that's better than Inferno, but that's just us.
Oh, really? How long is it?
Like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Michael, it's we
here's
do
what I will
these
do.
on Tuesdays as well on my channel. So this is all up to Michael because it's Monday.
I don't mind if it's only 5 minutes, we could still get through Serial tonight. If you guys have time, I'm all about it, man. I definitely want to get through Serial, but if you guys want to do Texas Chainsaw, I've already got people in the chat like, what? Texas Chainsaw fan film. So I already know that they're down to watch it. If you guys want to lead off with that and then jump into Serial, I'm all about it. You guys want to do that?
Eric, Vince?
Let's do it. I'm good. Yeah.
I love Leatherface. Let's I'm cool.
All right. So give me a minute or so. We just keep a conversation going for a couple minutes and let me get that set up because I have Serial set up here. It'll only take me a minute to get this together. But one thing that I do want to mention before I do that, I know that I keep going back to Inferno, and I promise I'm going to stop. But the tracking shot that you guys had when Michael gets out of the car and he walks down the long driveway and goes into the house and the kill, and then the girl comes down. Was that all one shot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was freaking awesome, you guys. Like that's a long shot.
It was tough, and I'm not a Steadicam operator, but I was operating the Steadicam because the power of Halloween was fulfilling me to accomplish this. But one of the things too, like that whole day, I remember we lost the original location we had, and we had to scramble to find an Airbnb last minute and change everything to this place. And then we mapped it out there for a little while, like trying to do it on a Steadicam. And the toughest part about it was lighting, because you can't light when you're on one camera. We don't have flying lights. We didn't have a crew to be moving lights as we were going in. So we just said, okay, let's do the best we can. And I was trying to avoid seeing the lights we had set up as we were going through. But
all we had was the fake street light that we put up that was like a tungsten 2K, right? And yeah, it worked out. Yeah.
It looked amazing, man.
I think we only did it how many, like 8 times, and we got it like on the 4th one, right, James?
Yeah. What was cool about it too is the guy he pulls back in that had the mask and hits with the hammer. When he turns, he only had blood on this side, but as we're first walking in, you only see this side. So when he pulls him back in, he turned his head. So we had like preset the makeup and everything. And
it was
we used the foam hammer. I think you guys mentioned that. So the hammer is just foam, and then the actors were cool. Like, that was actually just one of our friends that we grew up with. We're like, hey man, the girl's gonna do all the acting. All you got to do is just kind of react to her yelling at you. He's like, all right. Like a lot of times we'll sprinkle our friends in as dead guys. Like the guy that gets turned around in the flashback scene is just one of our friends. Some of the cops are just our friends. And so the girl, she was cool too. Her name's Janae. She was cool, just getting hit in the head with that hammer because it didn't hurt too much.
That's our sound. The sound, like you guys said, like the sound really sold that. When I put the hammer down on the counter and you heard like the clunk, you're like, oh yeah, I fully believe that was a real hammer.
Yeah.
The technical things that go into making a freaking movie that people don't realize, like it's so astounding to me how much work has to go into it. Like if you would have left that out, and that's something that people would never think about, like the little sound effect of dropping the hammer on the countertop. But if you'd have left that out, they would have, like, it would have instantly, they wouldn't have known what it was, but something would have felt off about it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Those little things, I think it's just so underappreciated in filmmaking. And that's one of the reasons I always talk about it. It's like, you guys, people need to realize how hard it is to make a movie, even if it's only like a 5-minute Texas Chainsaw movie. Like 5 minutes is probably, days or weeks worth of work.
Oh yeah.
Just to get that 5 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah, you start making the movie after you're done filming, like all the sound designs and stuff, like everything you could think of, like dropping the mask, that was a fake mask noise, like everything is sound design, and there's a lot to it. But actually,
color grading.
Color grading. Serial is neat because we challenged ourselves to put out an episode every week. So we filmed it like on a Tuesday, edited it as much as we could, and like didn't sleep until Friday when we put them out on Friday morning. So we did the sound design, color grading, everything as fast as me and my brother could do it. So things aren't top quality like if we were selling a movie to Amazon Prime, but they're still, you'll see. It's you'll like the series. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I have found Raw, a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film. Is that the one we're talking about? Raw here?
That is the one.
Excellent. I've got it. Let me bring this up. Let's see. Oh, I love StreamYard so much. There
Yeah,
it is.
the burnt mask behind you, Vincent, like it's a really good place for it. If it was like right in front of the light, it's just backlit the tiniest bit. It's nice.
Yeah, I'll set something cool up when I come back on your guys' thing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to see it. All right, guys. So I will go ahead and get this started. Like I always say, panel, let me know about the sound. Make sure the sound's good. Also, you guys in the chat, we have Raw, a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film. This will be the first one on my channel too for Texas Chainsaw. Let's do it.
For over 30 years, beginning in the early 1970s, countless victims would fall prey to unspeakable acts of madness and violence. A nightmare kept as a shameful reminder to the folks
There
of
it is. You
Harlow,
gotta have that sound.
These events have become known as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
This is already looking awesome.
Yeah, I was about to say, that opening, was that a drone or were we all on like a lift?
A drone.
Nice.
Leatherface looks. Oh my god. I know Jerry's losing his mind in the chat. I know he loves Texas.
It's a trick. Don't do it. Do not move. You had a chance. You just had to stay down.
God, you guys really captured that.
That like feel, like the gritty feel.
That gritty. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, kind of shaky camera, grainy, like washed out color grading and stuff really helps sell it. It's Texas, even though it's just Rochester.
It really looks like Texas. I'm believing we're in Texas right now.
Every man for themselves. Don't give away her hiding spot.
Oh, not the mallet, too.
Oh, that squish.
Yeah, man.
Squish something. You see some blood on the window. Don't lose focus, man. Keep hitting.
Oh, there it goes. So good.
Good for viewing. Not good. Oh.
Not good for him at all.
There goes the whole budget just on some movie blood. If you'd have told me that was shot in Texas, I would have believed you so, like, without question.
Then we did a good job.
Yeah. Also, I do love that you have the camera and the kind of lenses you use in the title. Really appreciate that.
I didn't even notice that. Eric's reading right onto it. That's awesome. You guys, that was freaking fantastic. Chat's losing their mind right now. We can go through some of those comments real fast because, oh my God. Let's see. Get past that.
Jerry's was pretty simple. It's just no, don't end.
Yeah. He was absolutely loving that. James is saying, love those drone shots. Jerry saying, man, that caddy was sweet. And a lot of she's dead. Jerry saying, check him out. Looking at Leatherface. James, sick mask. Russell is saying, Leatherface looks amazing. So many comments going through this. And Jerry pretty much summed it up right here. Vincent and James, you guys are awesome. You do phenomenal work. Absolutely love this film. And I mean, that's a 5 minute and 48-second movie. Like, that is freaking fantastic. That is freaking
so
fantastic.
Much in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, you had 3 characters and then Leatherface. 4 characters. You know, the way that you guys, the tone of this movie was 100% Texas Chainsaw. That great, the way she looked in the car, you know, covered with the blood, you know, the hair being matted. It's like, if you were just show me that and ask me what slasher she's from, I would definitely be like, oh, that's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre person. Guaranteed, because they all have
really
that
sold
look.
It.
Yeah.
She sold it well. Like, who was that? Is that like someone you all know, or is that just someone you cast from your area?
She's an actress around here. Her name's Sally. She's fantastic. She's really, really talented, and we are really happy to have her in it.
A very suited name for Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, I know.
You're kind of made for that part. That's awesome.
Yeah, James wrote this one. He was you kind of just wanted to do like something already happening, and the mask that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is wearing, we wanted it to seem like he just killed someone and was wearing somebody else's face. We didn't want to like get a store-bought mask or anything. So again, our special effects artist like created that like in a night because he's just awesome like that. So
he looked terrifying. Like,
yeah, we like that idea that it was like really, really fresh, you know, like it's just meaty and disgusting instead of. I almost feel like some of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, aside from the original, like the sequels, they almost feel like a slasher mask, like especially the remake, which I'm a fan of. It felt almost like a Frankenstein Michael Myers mask to me. Like it's like it's very iconic, and it doesn't necessarily look like a person or a face. It just looks like a mask. Where I want it to be a face. Yeah.
Would you say remake? Are you talking the most recent, like 2022? Or are you talking?
Oh, no. The only remake that counts is 2003.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we kind of went that route, I guess. That was an inspiration for it. I mean, the real inspiration was I lived on a road that was a good, like, 4 miles of nothing. And there was that mill there every day. It was a grain mill. And I would drive by it every day. And I kept thinking that'd be a cool spot to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I just pulled in one day, and then it was a road that went back pretty far to this strange house that had like Valentine's hearts all over it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm actually gonna get killed here. And then I went out and I was like, hey, and there was a lady out front yelling on her phone. And I asked her, like, hey, can I shoot here? And she's like, I don't own this place. I just live here. And then she directs me to another place. And I ended up just walking into their building and asking them. And they were cool. We shot them like a drone video of their farm and all that stuff as payment. So
that's awesome. It
worked out.
That's ingenuity I love. Like, just, hey, we'll do some commercial work for you for free. You just got to let us shoot here. That's the way to do it, man. Bartering system get you pretty far.
It does, because I mean, at the same time, like they're a farm. They don't need my money. Like, they don't really. What can I really pay you that's going to be anything that would matter to you? But I can offer this.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Yeah,
awesome.
Y'all did. I'm gonna be honest. I think I still like Inferno more, but only because Inferno is a more like fleshed out story. But what do you think about what we just watched, man? There was like almost no dialogue.
Yeah,
you
didn't need
everything.
it.
You still felt it. You still got it all. Like, you got a story with almost no one talking. That's amazing.
That was freaking fast. Like, wow, well done, you guys. 100%. Jerry has a question for you. He's a huge wrong turn. He's a huge wrong turn fan.
With the wrong turn, man.
And he brings up wrong turn on every stream that I do. And he found a way to do it today. He said, I have a question for the Coleman brothers. Have you ever considered making a wrong turn fan film?
Actually, we kind of did. One of our early movies that was on like Amazon Prime and all that stuff that recently was taken off because of just licensing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually about a group of paramedics that were responding to a call. And they're like, we can't be at the right place. And it was an abandoned house that was all dilapidated. And they go in the house and there's like a bunch of squatters, people living there that weren't supposed to be living there, but they all look like wrong turn people. So we kind of, we haven't made a fan film of it, but like we kind of made a movie like that with like, I don't know, James, you care to go further?
Yeah. I mean, to add to it, to that like kind of like backcountry weird, I don't know, inbred family. That's kind of what it was. Like, the idea is something I'd like to revisit someday because we were really young when we made it, so it wasn't executed properly and the script was pretty thin. But like you said, it's first responders who get a fake call and they get ambushed by this strange inbred family, and there's like a chained up monster in the basement that's like their son and their brother, and like we had like some big crazy mask and like all the weird facial deformities. And then you end up finding out he's like a gentle giant. It's like he tries to kill one of them, and then all he really wants is his music box back. So they give it back to him, and he calms down. And then at the end, you find out what?
So he's like Sloth from Goonies.
Exactly. Even looks like that kind of. Yeah.
Nice.
And we actually, again, that was just my cousin who's like a pretty big dude. We just put him in the costume and like, yeah, here you go. Give him like $100.
We actually got some inspiration from the Hills Have Eyes remake. Remember, we liked that as kids a lot.
Yeah,
where the guy was fighting the big monster guy. Yeah, that was a good fight scene. And I always get the Hills Have Eyes and Wrong Turn like confused in my head a little bit because they're similar.
They are very similar. I agree. I think so too. Wow. I guarantee that you're going to have Jerry looking for that movie.
I was about to say he's currently looking for it right now.
I guarantee it.
I wish it was better. I could say that, but we were 22 years old and we're older than that now. So we have another movie if you want to look up The Burned Over District. That's one of our recent films on Amazon Prime.
That was actually just released recently in the last couple months, and it's going to be on Tubi soon. So that's one we're proud of. You could judge us on that one, but the Squatters movie, again, we were out in the dead of winter in an abandoned house that had no electricity. Oddly enough, the owner of the house, we tracked him down somehow because it was a house we would see all the time growing up, just pass by, and it was really run down. And we ended up tracking down the owner somehow through there was a sale sign on it for the land. We called them and he wouldn't give us the name. And then I don't exactly remember all the details, but he ended up owning a strip club down the road from us. So we had a meeting at a strip club to get access to it. And it was dangerous. It wasn't safe. Everything that you weren't supposed to do on set. Like, I fell through the floor. I broke through the stairs. Luckily it was me and not one of the actors. But yeah, it had no heat, no power. It was freezing. It was the middle of a snowy winter, and we're in Western New York, so it's cold. We were running 3 lights. That's all we owned, and the camera off a generator that could barely run any of that, so it was sputtering out pretty much the entire time. And the camera was plugged into it because we didn't have any batteries for it, but we somehow got through it.
Yeah, so when the generator would putter out, remember, everything died, and we were just in blackness.
Yeah, just in utter darkness.
Yeah.
But hey,
so cool. Oh
we made it happen, I guess.
Dude, it's awesome. I love hearing those stories. Like, you watch a movie, you don't think about those. Like, people watching movies who have no concept of like what making them was like probably don't realize though, like those type of complications. They don't happen every time, but hell, I did it was like the 24-hour film project. I'm not sure if y'all have heard of that, but I did one of those like 3 or 4 months ago, and we had the exact same thing happen. Like, we only had one battery for the camera we were using, so like after an hour and a half, we had to stop for like 20 minutes while I plugged it into the freaking AC outlet in my car so that it could charge. And then during those times, we would be like blocking out the next scene. It was, and of course, it's a 24-hour competition, so like the movie did not turn out great because it was written and made in 24 hours. But those type of things you never think about those when you're watching a movie. But I love those stories. Like, it makes the memory as a filmmaker watching it, like, you get so much more than the story on screen. You get all those memories of making it. That's awesome.
Yeah, even when you're on big budget stuff and like things like that always happen. It doesn't matter like how big the production, like you have more like precautions and stuff you take, but it, like, at the end of the day, you still got to make something happen. And I feel like that's why Serial we're about to watch was really me and James's like laboratory. Like, we're like, if something doesn't work out, we'll figure it out. And then we filmed everything like that. So yeah, just been doing this.
You want to give us a little like just a little synopsis of what Serial is, like how y'all came up with it before we turn it on?
Go ahead, James.
Yes. So Serial was a concept that came about. Obviously, we're huge Michael Myers fans. I guess anything kind of like slasher style we're fans of. So we thought, what could we do that's not going to cost a lot of money that we could make fun? I guess. So I had this idea. We had this idea. We've always had this idea of just a strange character, a strange guy that's stalking girls and killing them, or just killing anybody in general. So we reached out to our friend Michael. His name's Michael Chesso, that plays Harold. And we tell him about this idea. We have this character kind of stuck in the 90s. He has like the very 90s outfit. We had a car from the 90s that our special effects artist, his sister, owned it. We wanted to use it. And then we had a friend who had access to a bowling alley. So we're like, all right, we have this guy who's at a bowling alley watching this girl bowling. And we kind of wanted to make it a little bit comedic. Again, like drawing that line, something could be a little bit funny, a little bit scary. And we just wanted to go out there and do something fun and tell this kind of ominous story. And then I also had another idea of a killer nurse. We've all heard that idea of the nurses that are injecting them with whatever or just giving bad care. And so the idea was like, let's have these two killers, a male and a female. One's a killer nurse. One's just a weird guy stuck in the 90s killing people. And then eventually we'll do a series until they meet. And it was always on the fly, which was the fun part was, okay, how about this happens in this episode? How about this happens in the next episode? And having that freedom to kind of just throw anything goofy at the wall. And then our actors as well help develop these characters into more. Like, you'll see like Harold starts to get this backstory, and then Mabel is the other one, the killer nurse, that gets her backstory. And we just had fun with it. We just had a good time where let's tell a fun story. And also Mabel is played by Stephanie Harlow, who's a really, really popular true crime YouTube person. Just true crime. I don't know what you would call her. True crime YouTuber. Okay. And then, Michael Chesso has just been with us for years now. He's the lead in the Burned Over District. He plays Daniel Danson, who is like a Marilyn Manson and David Goggins kind of a combination cult leader.
Did you say Marilyn Manson and David Goggins?
Or not Marilyn Manson, Charles Manson.
Oh, even so, I would be terrified if there was that combination really in the world, like a Charles Manson with the determination of David Goggins. That's terrifying.
You should definitely watch the Burned Over District. It's it's very Lovecraftian, and that's something we really like too. So as much as we love the slasher, I love that overarching theme of it being a cosmic type of event, and that's what the Burned Over District is. But it's still very grounded for the most part. We wanted to tell a film through the eyes of the I guess you call them the sacrificial lambs. That's what the main characters are. So you as the audience only knows what they know, and you find out as it goes on very minimally what the cult's doing, but you're kind of seeing it through the perspective of the characters who don't really know either. They're not in it. They're just experiencing what they're doing to them. But yeah, it's fun. It's a good film. It's if you're a fan of Mandy or The Color Out of Space, it's very much in line with those.
Oh yeah.
I made a note to myself. I'm definitely watching that tonight. I got the night off work because of the holiday, so I'm definitely watching Burned Over District tonight.
Yeah, I'll check it out as well. You said it's on Prime?
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah. I have Prime. I can do that. I will check that out. So you guys ready to get into Serial?
Yeah, I'm ready to jump in, man.
All right, let's do it. Let me pull this up on screen here.
I think this is the longest we've gone on one of these before actually starting what we were going to watch for the day.
Hey, man, it's a good time. I'll definitely tell you that.
Some good conversation.
All right, guys, as usual, let me know. This one is 4 minutes and 51 seconds long. I will go ahead and hit play. Let me know about the sound. Hey, that's the same guy from Texas Chainsaw?
Yeah, is that the guy who got his arm cut off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he really thrives off playing ridiculous characters.
Is that a rabbit's foot?
It's it's actually a kangaroo's ball sack.
Eric, you could not have been more wrong with that one. But it'd be concerning if you were right. Is that a kangaroo's ball sack?
That's what Michael Chase brings to the table. He just
a kangaroo's ball sack. That's what he brings.
In all fairness, he thought it was a rabbit's foot, and then he found out later it wasn't.
I was like, growing up, those were a huge thing, like a Lucky Rabbit's foot keychain. And I was like, oh, that's what it looks like. But I guess I was wrong.
We actually found out because we have an actor we know from Australia that noticed, and he's like, yeah, that's in Australia, I guess that's like a thing, the ball sack, and that's what it is. So yeah.
Oh my God, that's priceless.
Also, I don't know why it's like so much more creepy that he stares at her while he's drinking. Like, doesn't. Oh.
Well,
it just got so much creepier. Jesus.
Is that a bowling pin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't realize he was actually hitting her. Whoa. See,
did he know at that point?
No.
Oh my God.
So what's funny about that driving scene is we mounted the camera, and we're like driving around for a little bit, and then he's gone for like an hour, and we get the footage back, and he's like actually crying and screaming. Like he's a great actor, so it's like he just always goes above and beyond. He's like screaming at cars and flicking them off. It was awesome.
Oh my god.
So this moment here was supposed to be like a relief to him, like an after-sex cigarette.
Okay.
He should have had the Snickers earlier. Maybe then he wouldn't have killed her.
Exactly. This is what our hope is, that it's just a big Snickers ad and they pay us.
You're not yourself. What was their slogan? Is like, you're not yourself when you're hungry.
Exactly.
Oh no. Oh. Bro, he's got those Manson lamps.
Oh, well done.
So that's our intro to the character Harold, and you'll start to actually get feelings for him and everything throughout it. And
romantic feelings, that is.
We had to make you hate him in the beginning.
All right, well, I'll just go right into 2. I'll stop it after 2, and we'll talk about the
This
first
is the
2
third
episodes.
patient to die on your watch. I can't prove anything yet, but I will not stand by and let this happen in my hospital. We will be placing you on administrative leave until our investigation into this matter is concluded. I suggest you get yourself an attorney. Now get the hell out of my office. Now!
Daddy, they fired me. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. You know I never do anything wrong. Well, I'm calling because I might need some help. I don't have money. I don't have a place to stay. I don't have a job. I stay with you for a little bit, Daddy. Daddy? Daddy? Hello?
Hear
Hello?
the dial tone already.
Yep.
Mabel? Holy shit. They really did fire your ass.
What? That was the whole interaction with him. Oh, you're in trouble, buddy.
Yeah, I was about to say. Feel like he won't make it. Or maybe he will, but
Val said, where the hell did you find somewhere with a payphone?
It was not easy, I'll tell you that much.
told you.
Yep.
Whoa.
In the pumpkin patch.
It was close to Halloween, so we had to. Favorite time of year.
She looks like she could use that cigarette you were talking about.
I'm not going to say he deserved it.
But he wasn't innocent, you know?
But
I'm getting similar vibes to Pearl with the scarecrow there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Hey, Mayanne, how you doing?
I'm always looking in the background. I feel like we're going to see Harold drive by.
All right, I'll go ahead and pause it right there so we can talk real quick about the first two before we go into the third one right there and bring this down. Yeah, so what we've seen so far, we've been introduced to Harold and we've been introduced to Mabel. So from your description, prior to going in this, you said it's kind of the story's kind of following those two, and this is just kind of laying the groundwork for who the characters are and what they're about. Is that kind of where we're at here with these two?
Yeah. We would say the first 2 episodes are just to show, hey, this is Harold who's killing people, and here's Mabel now who's killing people. So her MO has kind of changed. Originally it was I'm killing people as a nurse, which you'll see more as we go later on. And now she's not a nurse anymore, so she still has to get her fix somehow. And the way we look at it is Harold is a lot more. We talk about this as nature and nurture, and you'll see more that Mabel was kind of nurtured into being crazy. Well, same thing with Harold, but I mean, Vince, you want to chime in? I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, I mean, you'll see, but yeah, they're both 2 different types, and you'll see when they come together. I guess that's all I can really say.
Yeah, you'll see what drives them to do what they do, really. And then, yeah. That's just Mabel's a little bit more, what the hell, what's the word I'm thinking of here?
Like motive driven, I guess.
Yeah, she's a little more clever with it and a little bit smarter. And Harold's a little bit more of like a basher. He's just kind of impulsive and just does what he does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And man, really good job. Like I said, same thing with the Texas Chainsaw thing. Like very minimal dialogue, but you tell so much in like a 4-minute short film. Like there's so much being accomplished in such a short amount of time. It's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. It's it's tough to do that, but now I feel like every episode we're getting better and better. So it's
Yeah, we wanted to make this too with the quirky editing, almost kind of like Napoleon Dynamite type thing, where it's like very like jumpy, and it's like, oh, she's upset, and it just jumps to her killing someone, and there's like that filled in with your brain what happened in between there.
And that's what I was so surprised with Harold. I was like, oh, he must be like frustrated or something, and he's hitting, just like hitting the ground, and then you zoom out, and I was like, oh fuck, no, he's killing her. Like, wow, we're already there. Like I thought, like he didn't even like warm up. He just went straight to the finish line. I was kind of like, oh my god, that was fast. He does not take his time at all.
No. Ooh. Yeah, but yeah, just jumping around like that. I really like that. I really like how it went right into that. It's not only progressing the story to show you what's going on, but it kind of gives you that little jump factor of like, oh shit, we're here already. You know what I mean? Like you got an idea what was going on between the two, and then you cut right to it, man. It's very lean and awesome. I really dig that. Definitely. All right. Just to let you guys know, Vincent and James, Val and Jerry are sharing all the links in the chat. So they're pushing out your Instagram and your YouTube channel. So anyone watching or anyone that watches or rewatches will be able to find you guys on your social media outlets as well too.
Thank you guys very much. We really do appreciate that. Anyone that watches our stuff, thank you. It means a lot to us. Being an artist is it's a painful life.
Honestly, yeah.
Just sometimes it's thankless.
The comments and stuff just always propel us to make the next thing, and that's really what it's about. Just having a little following and fans, and being able to entertain people. That's what we love.
Excellent.
And before we jump into 3, sorry. Technically, these things are beautiful. Like they look great. They sound great. I mean, kind of minimal with the effects, but you're making it in a week. So that's, the perfect amount of blood, I think, like the perfect amount of gore to just like you're easing into it, I feel like. But yeah, technically, man, everything looks great. It sounds great. I can't wait to see what else comes along.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I kind of got, and I don't know why, because it didn't turn out being the way that I thought it would be. But when Harold was sitting there at the beginning watching the girl bowl, for some reason, I just kind of got like a little hint of, and I know this is probably way off, but it almost felt kind of Silence of the Lambs-y for a second there for me. For like some reason, like it just felt a little like that. And I don't know, man, but it turns out that he ended up killing her with a freaking pinball, and it's like not the route I thought he was gonna go, man. But I'll definitely take it 100%.
That was another thing. Like we were actually on set with a baseball bat, and then that was Michael again. He was like, "Why don't I kill her with a bowling pin?" And we're like, "All right, that's awesome."
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
And there's a slow, like a very slow zoom in on him. And I started to talk about it while we were watching it, but I completely got sidetracked after he started bashing her in. And it was serious overkill. But like, I don't know why, but like he never took his eyes off of her and leaned down to take a drink. And I was like, oh my God, that's just so it's so much creepier that he does that rather than just sitting there and staring. Like
this guy's creepy in real life, I'm telling you. So like yeah.
Okay. I mean,
No,
maybe
I'll
maybe
get
he's not
cracked up
playing
just
a
watching him.
character.
We laughed just being around him. Like we were at dinner the other day with him, and he's putting his hot sauce on like Harold would. He's all creepy with it. I'm like, are you doing this intentionally, or is this just you at this point? But he says that he's like, every character we give him now has been so over the top. He's like, yeah, you start to lose your mind a little bit, and he's like, I'm totally in Harold mode. Like even his outfits, he goes to the store and picks them out in the idea of Harold. Like Harold dresses very ridiculously with the stripes and you'll see the series. He just dresses like he has no sense of style. So it's funny the things he shows up with on set.
I love it.
Like a kangaroo's ball sack. He was rubbing it on his face.
That's why I was like, did he know at this point?
No,
Like,
we didn't know. Actually, another actor friend of ours told us it's Australian. Said that's what it was, and we all thought it was a rabbit's foot.
So now that he does know, is he still using that prop as intimately?
You'll see it more.
I love it.
Oh, I love the dedication.
I love it. Let me just say hi to Denisha. What is up, Denisha? Definitely glad to have you here. And then we're about to jump on to episode 3. Y'all ready?
Let's do it, man.
Share that to the stage first. I was about to hit 3 and have an exclusive viewing here. All right. Harold's Halloween party.
Man, that little twitch in his smile is. I don't want to, you never like to come across as presumptuous, but when I look at Harold, I'm like, I just think that guy is definitely going to assault someone. Like, look, just everything about the way he's dressed, the baseball cap, the glasses, like.
That's awesome because that's exactly what we were going for. Like, we want him to be very obvious.
Yeah, like that's the kind of guy you see him, you cross the street to like not walk on the same side as him.
Yeah.
Oh man. Is that a Grogu behind the tombstone there?
I don't know what that is.
Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah, I think it was. James, get off the computer.
Harold, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Is that a cornucopia?
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that we matched because most of the guys on Tinder who I match with just want to sleep with me.
Oh, Harold's on Tinder.
Remind me of my dad. Anyway, thank you for bringing me to a Halloween party. Halloween is my most favorite time of year.
Mine too.
I mean, he even sounds like it.
I don't have one.
I have a couple options. I can go run and grab them for you if you want. Yeah. Okay. I love rabbits. I have 2 upstairs.
Oh, don't hurt the rabbits. Was that a Freddy nod? By the way, with the hat.
Not really.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes, just because it's cool.
Well, I saw. It's like kind of looks like a Freddy fedora.
Are you okay?
I was thinking indie.
Could be indie as well.
It's weird that a school bus went by too, because those kids were calling him Rabbit Face, so he hates rabbits, and she brought out the rabbit mask.
Oh.
Oh. You're getting a little bit more personal with it this time.
I don't know why, but she looks familiar.
You know who I don't know, and I know it's not her, but she's kind of reminded me of Naomi Grossman. She plays Pepper in the American Horror Stories.
Oh yeah. I kind of see it a little bit.
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so creepy. That's very effective.
That's one of my favorite scenes. Like,
bro, the color transitions too, going from like all bright and lively to just like almost washed out. Oh,
not to mention the smile on his face too.
This is what we were talking about. We were laughing hysterically at this, and then we were like, "Oh wait, this is creepy as hell." Like,
oh yeah, like the dedication on his part is terrifying. If I saw that coming toward me, I would die. Like I would kill myself. He wouldn't even have to worry about it. Be like, all right, this is how I die.
He said he was really sore after that, and swinging the girl around too. Even she was tiny. She's only like 4'10", but I don't know. She was dead weight, so I guess he said his back was killing him for a whole week.
Oh my god!
Oh, man, wow. that final scene there, those cuts, that was so good. And it was like, call back to the opening. I was like, oh, did he find love? No.
Woo. We wanted to make it seem like in his sick mind, he's like dancing. You get it, but yeah. Like actually, one of the funny things that happened on that day that we were filming in that crop, our corn maze, was we heard this somebody like with a witch voice box like making creepy noises, and we're like, who the heck is that? And then we walked outside of the corn maze, and it was a bunch of kids. And we're like, actually, do you guys want to be in this movie? Like, we need somebody to be picking on Harold, saying, like, you're a rabbit face or whatever. And then they were like, yeah, we'll do it. And we got that footage that day. Just weird things like that happen.
Wow.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to jump into 4?
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right now, it's a toss-up between who I'm more scared of, Mabel or Harold.
And it's definitely two different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask, is that the same station wagon from Inferno?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do one of you all own that station wagon?
One of our friends does, and every time I call him up, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's called the stabbing wagon."
Sounds like it should be the custom license plate right there. Although the DMV would probably deny it just because of the implications.
Because it's awesome.
Yeah. They're buzzkills.
He owns that, and he owns this shop you're about to see. Right here.
Daddy, your stupid car broke down. And I had to walk so far in the middle of nowhere by myself to this like greasy mechanic shop. Can you call
It's
them,
like,
please?
woman, you're on my phone.
Please, people. Hello? Hello, Daddy.
I love how her dad just hangs up on her every time. Like, no.
I'm starting to wonder if there's really even a daddy on that other line.
So what is
she probably
How
crazy.
crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's where my head's going with it.
Gonna need a new radiator,
You have to hear a
new
voice.
hoses, 2 new ball joints, a muffler, and your tires are as worn out as a $2 hooker. Oh, and an air freshener.
All right, so what's the damage?
I figure $2,000-$3,000 should cover it.
That's $2,000 to $3,000 for what? I don't have that kind of money. Sir, is there anything that you can do to help me out?
Well, if you come by after we close, maybe we could work something out.
You don't want that.
Hey, boss. It's been a long day.
I love that.
I stay late for this bullshit job.
It's up to
I
her.
love the music cut.
Okay, so I'll be back later with your payment.
Oh.
Hey, boss, we done for the night?
Yeah, I'll lock up, lad. I got a hot date tonight.
Oh, me too. I got a bottle of vodka and Tatiana waiting for me at home.
Jesus!
Well, I told you not to fuck around with that lid.
She gonna emerge from the shed? Dear God. It's a good shot.
She knows how to make an entrance.
She does.
No.
Right. I've decided she's more scarier.
Definitely more style.
Leave it. Leave it, man. No. No. Oh. Oh. No.
But also, if I had to pick, is it a drill? It's a drill.
Yeah.
No.
That was again a last minute thing we just figured out right there.
Please. No. No. No, boy, you stop.
Oh. Ah.
Yes.
Okay, 2,000, 3,000. Looks about right. I am so happy we could work something out.
Excellent. Excellent. Another. I like the way that the story's shaping up with her. And Eric, you and I both recognize at the same point. I love when she's talking to the guy there, and then the music comes on like she's about to do something, and then the other guy comes in, the music immediately cuts. I love that. Like, that was fantastic. That was absolutely
You see her
fantastic.
hand on whatever that contraption was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good. That was definitely like a very comical moment, but it's also like, if it hadn't, like, before the music cut, you were definitely thinking like, oh, she's about to like murder him. So like,
Right.
it was very creepy at that point, and then as soon as it cuts, it's like, oh, okay, man.
Yeah. And I loved her entrance too.
Oh,
as
yeah.
she came through the door. That was freaking awesome. I like
I'm
it.
officially more scared of her because, well, I mean, she got Vlad up on that thing like dead weight. I don't know, like, she got to be strong as hell.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to make her like a Michael Myers in this episode, sort of. Like, we actually are such nerds. We brought the Michael Myers mask and jumpsuit, and every shot you see of her, like where she walks in the door and stuff, we did it as Michael Myers just to have it because it was cool lighting. So.
Oh yeah.
Although I've got to say, I still think if I were to have to be murdered, I would prefer to be murdered by Mabel, because it's just so much more pleasant of a last thing you see, you know?
Yeah.
You don't know, man. That drill to the eye.
Yeah, but still, like, I don't know. I mean, how did you gotta think, like, what would you rather have, like the drill to the eye looking at Mabel, or like bashed to death by a bowling pin, or strangled by Harold?
Wait till you see the next one, and then you can decide.
oh god. Okay. Maybe I'll be swayed one way or another.
Oh yeah. All right. Moving on to episode 5. Love this being on the playlist where all I have to do is hit the play button. It works out so easy.
Halloween. The temperature is a cool 50 degrees, and what a beautiful fall it has been. We're going to get this morning started with some classic rock from my personal favorite collection. But first, an important bulletin from the Ashbourne Falls Police Department. Due to the mysterious disappearance of 5 Ashbourne residents, police are urging people to remain in groups of 3 or more when out trick-or-treating, as well as an 11 p.m. curfew for anyone under 18.
Why does everything he do look so creepy? Like, why did he have to caress the pumpkin? Like, is that a direction you gave him, or is that just him?
That one I gave him, but it was in line with him.
Because I was like, just carve the pumpkin, man. You don't have to feel it up. Buy it dinner first, at least. Got a house that looks very much like it's out of the Munsters. I can dig it. Jerry, I have never caressed a pumpkin. Oh.
You, Harold. You're like, hey, you loser. You freak.
Well, now I want you to die.
Did they egg him? Oh,
Yeah, they
God,
egged him.
man.
Hey, man, I know it's still early, but she's got a real strict bedtime. Harold? Harold Neumeister? Dude, it's me, Yobo. Eric Yabowski from grade school, man. How the hell you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, dude, so good, so good. Love the beard, man. It looks so great on you. Really helps cover up that, Anyway, I gotta get her going, man. Her mom's just looking for a reason to bitch me out. How about I come back later, bring a case of beers, man? We'll catch up.
Oh, I don't think my mother would like that.
Dude, stop. It's gonna be fine.
Trick or treat.
Wow, he's giving out handfuls. Harold's the house to go to. What the hell, Jerry? Once you go pulp? What are you talking about, man?
Now, what do we say, guys?
You're welcome. Happy Halloween.
I gotta say though, if I was like when I was a kid, there's no way my parents would have let me go up to that guy's house.
No thanks. I don't drink.
More for me. So, you still live here with your mom?
Yes. She needs
Bro,
me.
wash the egg out of your
I'm all
beer.
she's got.
I feel that. My mom has been
You wouldn't know
bugging out the last 2 weeks.
It was in the moment.
You remember my brother Alex?
It's so in line with the character though, like that he wouldn't. Oh.
Well, he hasn't taken any of our calls for the last couple weeks. Not that I really blame him. My family can be a lot. But with all these people disappearing and everything, my mom's just so on edge about it. Do you remember Tiffany Boggs?
No, I don't.
Don't play me, man. Don't play me. I know you got to remember her. You got her that big ass heart and had like 5 pounds of chocolate in it. And then she burned your ass so bad in recess, dude. What did she call you?
Trick or treat.
Oh, he's gonna be wearing the face, isn't he?
Wow,
Oh
Mr.
no.
A scary mask.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Have a good night.
Holy.
That's crazy.
He's giving me Otis vibes from Devil's
Happy
Rejects. Oh, that is so terrifying.
Again, we said that jokingly. Like, what if he's wearing his face at the end, and then our special effects artist Mike threw that together, and then every time he said "Happy Halloween" and turned around, we all lost it, laughing so hard. We're like, "This is gonna be so funny," and then it was just disturbing again.
Oh my
I was about
God.
to say, like, oh, still think I'd rather go out by Mabel. Yeah, I'd rather go out by Mabel.
I agree. After that episode,
Yeah, that kind of swung it to the other side there.
Well,
but I mean,
was he? You got to consider, was he dead before the the degloving of the face happened? Because if he's already dead, then that's the way to go. Like, one hit to the head, you're gone. That's kind of easy. But if he was alive and he just bled out while he was having his face, John Travolta'd off.
now you're giving us ideas because
that's why we're here, man.
Run with whatever you'd like.
Yeah.
That'd be creepy if he was keeping a faceless Eric Yabowski in his basement.
Oh God, yeah.
That's somewhere we can go with it.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you never see a body. And a hit to the head, while it will hurt you, you can survive that. So it's possible he's still down there. He's Sloth from Goonies. Sorry. Going back to the
but he was made. He wasn't born that way. That's crazy. Oh my God.
Oh, come on, Mabel. Don't hurt the kid.
I know. All right, guys. Episode 6. Here we go.
Mabel, I want you to know that no matter what, I am always here for you.
Okay, Mabel is the kid.
Never alone.
Daddy, why is Mommy not here with us?
Mom is facing her own battles right now. Oh, and I know that it's hard for you to understand at your age, but she still loves you and cares about you. You know, sweetheart, life is full of challenges. But no matter what, there's always hope. Just like this car, your mom has been through some tough times, but that doesn't define her. It's important to understand that people make mistakes. And that doesn't mean that they're not worthy of our love.
Daddy, is she ever gonna get better?
One day you will wake up and everything will be perfect. When that day comes, this beautiful car will be parked in your driveway, and it'll be a reminder of the strength and resilience that runs through your blood. Together, we'll face all of the challenges that come before us. And I will never leave your side, my love. I am so proud to be your dad.
Is this the same guy who hangs up on her mid-conversation every time?
That just makes me feel like there's nobody else on that other line. Like, seriously.
Did she murder her dad?
I don't know.
You guys
it's kind of where my head's going with that. The first hang up, it was like, okay, that makes sense. He's tired of her shit. The second time, I'm just like,
oh, is Mabel going to the bowling alley where Harold hangs out?
You better stay out of here, you understand?
What are you gonna do? You're not even a real cop.
I am a highly trained security professional.
Okay. Ooh. Get out of here. Go on. Bye.
I wonder if we'll get to see Mabel bash someone to death with a bowling pin. If there's a whole wall of wanted posters or missing posters in this series at all, just want y'all to know I'm definitely looking for Tyrone Biggums amongst it.
I think we need to put that in there now in season 2.
It has to be. It has to be.
You've inspired me. There's going to be a Tyrone Biggums when I make my first fan film somewhere in there.
That'd be awesome.
And y'all are going to be in a special thanks line at the end too.
Just put us in there as part of the wanted people.
Vincent, James, Tyrone Biggums, all missing. Oh, I was hoping she was going to be down that hallway at the end.
That would be cool.
Why are you sniffing a twit? What are you, like a basset hound? Come on now.
I smell danger.
I mean, she did kind of sniff her out, I guess.
Think you could fool a trained security professional? You gave yourself away with that old busted ass car out in the parking lot. Was it your daddy's?
See that.
Val's like, strike.
Guys, pardon me for a quick moment. I have to use the restroom.
Yeah, sure.
You know what?
Oh.
I'm going to do it too. Well,
All right.
All right, cool. Man, this is so good.
This
is so good. Like,
and let me tell you this, dude. Like, I love the bowling scene with the ball hitting her in the face. Like, that was awesome. I would have loved, and I'll tell them when they come back, if she got up and kind of like walked up to the cam, you know, like realizing that there's a security cam and kind of like, you know, almost like a Michael head tilt type of thing, but not so, you know, in more of her style of doing it. But that looks so good, man.
She needed to be eating a Snickers though. Walked up eating the Snickers, because it would have been borderline funny, borderline creepy, because there's been so much like I gotta ask if they're sponsored by Snickers or something, because like there's so much attention paid to the Snickers part.
Well, you
But,
remember
like,
they said earlier, they were like, well, we're trying to get the Snickers in. Hopefully they'll pay us for it. You know what I mean?
exactly. So it's like,
yeah.
I think it would have been hilarious, like you said, if she'd walked up to the camera after, but
Yeah.
she would have had her Snickers. Like, that's right, bitch. I
Oh,
killed
yeah.
her and I got my Snickers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man, the way this thing is flowing is crazy. Like, it's really, it does such a good job of making you be like, okay, what's next? All right, let's go. What's next?
Yeah.
Man.
And that's how you always know when a series is going really well. Like, you guys know how to end each one, making the people, your audience, like, all right, I got to see what's next. I got to see what's next. And, you know, that's really done very well in these, where it's like, okay, you talked about it earlier, and I'm starting to see it because you are building a connection with these characters. Now that you know what Mabel's doing, it's like, well, now what's Harold doing? You know what I mean? And I love how you guys are going back and forth between the two like you are. And I'm wondering in my head, are these two going to come face to face and see each other at some point?
And if they do, are they going to be like, is it going to be like a Freddy versus Jason where they're actually fighting? Or is it going to be like a Godzilla versus Kong where they work together to beat, you know, Mecha Godzilla?
That is the question.
Yeah, and I wonder if they'll like recognize like the crazy in each other like right away. Like, you know what I mean? How you could kind of like, you know, your own type of people. Like, I wonder. Yeah, there's a lot of wonders with that. So
yeah, there's so many places this can go, and I'm just like, man, I'm loving every episode. And like, technically, we haven't really we've been going so fast because, like I said, you want to keep going, you want to finish the story. But I haven't even really had time to stop and talk about it. But man, technically, they all look great. They all sound great. They flow well. They really hook you in. That's the thing. Like, you really are hooked in. Like, oh shit! Like, what's gonna happen now? For Harold's mother, which is the title of this one, I'm feeling a Norman Bates situation. That's what I'm thinking. That's my guess going in, because you never saw her. You heard her, but then again, we heard Norman Bates' mother too. So. That's my guess going in.
And that house kind of had the Psycho vibes,
right?
The look to it, right? You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, okay, all right, we'll see. We will see. All right, guys.
This is the longest one, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed it was 10 minutes and 45 seconds. I was like, okay, they're getting a little longer.
Not the best one, but the longest one.
Okay.
So, and this one
All
was
right.
still done in a week?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's all right. Let's go for it, man.
Let's roll.
Well, we got a Walter White situation here.
This is inspired by American Werewolf in London.
Good morning, Ashbourne Falls. The disappearance of 7 local residents has left our community on edge.
She looks
Each day
familiar
passing
too.
without answers
She's a
feels
true
like
crime
any
podcaster as well, or
Was it
YouTuber.
just terrible accidents?
Okay.
Or could there be a more sinister truth lurking beneath the
It
surface?
looks like there is a mother,
Our
at
news
least.
team has been tirelessly investigating this shocking turn of events. We've reached out to the authorities for comment, but they have remained tight-lipped, leaving us all to speculate.
Should watch this. It's not good for your blood pressure. Come on. Ma, you need to eat.
I'm not hungry.
Ma, you need to eat so you can take your pill.
Oh, I hate this thing, honey. Am I ever going to see your handsome face again? You know, your face never bothered me. The doctors, they insisted on fixing it. But I told them, this is the way the good Lord made my boy, and he doesn't make mistakes.
Come on. Take it, please.
It's okay, Harold. It's okay, Harold. I don't want to shave mine either.
It's just all men past 25.
My face is just a fucking circle,
More
man. This
trick-or-treaters.
gives me some definition
One at a
at
time
least.
now. Remember, this is all we got.
Ma, Halloween was 3 weeks ago. You know this. It's November now. I'll be right back.
You still got candy in November? Man, my fat ass would have had it eaten already.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'm Trina from Adult Protective
Just
Services.
right away from her voice,
I'm here
he's
to
just
check
like,
on Hilda
oh my
Newmeister.
God.
It's Newmeister.
Oh, my apologies, Newmeister. And you are?
Man, I want to strangle her with that voice.
It's been about a month now since the police found your mother wandering about in the streets alone at night. Oh, well, now I'm sure you know that's just a symptom of her advancing dementia. Well, I'm here today to see what steps you're taking to improve her care here at home.
I do laundry.
Well,
I clean up.
well, Harold, according to my records, you don't have any formal training on being a caregiver. And according to your neighbor Betsy,
Is Mabel going to be her caregiver?
and your mother's always here home alone.
Oh,
She circled the job.
yeah. She circled caregiver, but we didn't know.
Be in a facility
Oh, that.
or have an in-home caregiver.
I'm actually going to start work soon, and I just placed an ad last week in the paper looking for an in-home caregiver. I prefer to keep her in the home. She's lived here her whole life, and she feels safe here.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, here's my card. I'll be back in a couple weeks to check in. You have a great morning, Harry.
It's Harold.
How she just can grab his beard like that? Like,
Yeah, I would have choked her out on that porch. Like news report would be, I'm sorry, not 8, 9 missing people.
Eat, please. You're gonna get diarrhea if you don't eat.
Oh, gotta eat.
Come on, more than that, Ma.
Life is like a puzzle. You just have to find your missing piece. Maybe if you'd shave off that beard, you could find yourself a good woman, and I could die in peace.
You're not gonna die, Ma.
Oh, careful. You don't think those pills are gonna save me, right? Just delaying the inevitable. I tell you, they just do enough to keep me hanging on by a thread. Could you just fulfill a dying woman's final wish and find yourself a good woman?
Stop, Ma!
Where are you going?
Oh!
I thought we were gonna do the puzzle together.
We will. When I come back. All right? Okay?
Need to go kill something. So, is there really a street named Beaver Alley there, or did y'all put that up?
That was actually great.
That's actually the name.
By coincidence.
just
By
the fact that, yeah.
Okay.
This will be a perfect place for her to stand.
Yeah, I was about to say, this kind of works out.
What are you looking for?
Oh my God.
I was about to make a terrible joke.
You have to make it now.
Yeah, at this point, you've done
I
it.
didn't say there's 2 sacks about to be rubbed. James said she's going to get whacked. That makes 2 of them. Sorry.
Honey, are you okay?
I've never done this before. My mother says I need to wait for a nice girl.
Well,
Honey, I can talk you through it, but maybe you should wait for someone special.
Look, I'm sorry. I can pay you for your time.
Oh, honey, you don't have to pay me.
Listen up.
Well,
Now get out of the car and
maybe
run.
we could just talk.
Run.
Oh yes. The clip on.
Why is that so funny?
It's great. It
I need
fits
to
his
get home.
personality
Mother needs
perfectly.
me. Put on your seatbelt, please.
Honey, I only like getting restrained if I'm getting paid.
You have any idea what the statistics are in accidents in which people don't wear their seatbelts? Put it on!
Okay. Freak.
This coming from a guy who literally just clubbed someone to death. Like, all right, just be yourself for like 5 minutes. Let's get some shots.
There was a combination of all of us in there. Like the special effects guy was like, warm your hands by the fire. I was telling him to stare at it ominously. Just a bunch of random things.
I think him doing this was when he was a cult leader in the burned over district.
Yeah, that was a callback.
Bro's got old school battleship there.
Wow.
He's nuts in real life. He really is.
I can't tell if I really want to meet this person or I never want to meet this person, you know?
We still don't know.
Oh my word. What in the fuck is he doing?
Did you tell him to do that, James? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't I don't know what to say to that. Like,
Yeah, he's definitely these are definitely two different people. Him and Mabel. Definitely. I'm curious now, because the title is Happy Thanksgiving Mabel, when she's going to go for the job that she circled. Like that's what's on my mind now. And I was also thinking, could you imagine if Mabel showed up when he was in that position at the end of that one? You know, if she showed up like, hey, I'm here about the job. Like, oh, this is unfortunate.
I don't know. I kind of feel like she'd just look and be like, we've all been there, and just go about her work.
I think it's love at first sight.
What do you need me to do?
Well, here's what I'm what I'm thinking is, because I do believe Mabel's going to show up to be, I could be wrong, but the caregiver. But we already know that Mabel's not the best caregiver. She intentionally kills her patients. It definitely seems like Harold does not want his mother to be unalived. So there could be some conflict, you know?
Yeah. 100%. Before we get started on this next one, Wayne Turner's in the chat all the way from Australia saying there will be blood. Hi all, it's 1:54 p.m. Tuesday here in Sydney, Australia. What's up, Wayne? I'm glad you can make it, buddy.
Wayne,
All
do you
right.
know anything about the
Oh,
kangaroo
yes.
ball sack?
That's perfect to ask Wayne.
It's perfect.
Also, maybe Wayne could answer Jerry's question earlier, because Jerry said, how does one go about getting a kangaroo ball sack?
I think he got it, from what I understood, he got it when he was overseas. Because he, believe it or not, the guy that plays Harold is an ex-Marine.
Oh, wow.
It makes so much more sense now. Working with the Marines I worked with when I was in the Navy, it makes so much more sense now. Oh my God.
I'm sure his, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
So I think he said it when he got it. Yeah, I think he got it when he was overseas. That's what I believe he said. I don't know, but yeah, if
Wayne
has any ideas,
yeah, definitely. Wayne's probably like, "What the hell are they talking about right now? I just got here. Like, this is crazy."
Wayne is definitely the ambassador of.
He's already laughing too.
He's definitely the ambassador for Australia. Anytime there's like a movie we're talking about or anything, it's like, oh, they're from Australia, or oh, that's Australian.
Yeah.
And he'll come out swinging, like you start like Aaron from freaking who's next? You're next. Like all this, like he knows. So if that is really a thing, I'm sure. Wayne, do you know about this? Like, I thought it was a lucky rabbit's foot at first, but apparently it's an unlucky kangaroo nutsack on a keychain.
Wayne's like, "What did I log into tonight? Like, where are we at here?"
Is that a real thing, Wayne? Is that something y'all do down under? Like way down under?
Let us know when you catch up, buddy.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're all right. Who's Mabel's gonna kill next?
And there are 8 episodes or 10 episodes?
there's 10 episodes of season 1, and there's a Christmas special, so there's 11 total right now.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
Cool. And here we go.
All right, here we go, hon. No family? Well, I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Sure, that's not a sore subject to bring up. Melissa, Paul Hogan would know.
Not gonna lie, that doesn't really look bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, hell, I'd go for that right now.
Yeah, me too.
Big old mound of mashed potatoes with some gravy. Is that her mom? 'Cause she looks creepy as hell.
Yeah, mom's not right. I think mom's hearing voices.
Mom's got something behind her back. Is mom about to try to kill this little girl? Come on, mom. Don't do it, Miss Munchausen.
I won't let them have it. You'll be safe with the Lord. Shh.
Mary, oh my God, what the hell are you doing?
I have to save her. He told me this is the only way.
Mary, it's not real. Listen, you're just sick. Put the knife down, please.
Oh.
Yeah, Val brings up a good point here. Now I see why she hugs her victims.
Yes. A lot of people
Like
didn't pick up on that, but yeah, she cuddles with the dead body because her mind's over dad.
Also, I just looked up. Apparently, it is a thing in Australia. The kangaroo scrotum is a thing in Australia. There's a website. It's like a .au website about it where you can buy them. It's like it's a good luck charm and a symbol of masculinity, apparently. So,
Really?
That's
awesome. Yep. Wayne was saying that he didn't know of it personally. He said probably in the Northern Territory or Western Australia, or just a weird tourist shop. He said not a thing that I've heard of. So I guess it really all depends on, where you're from with that. But that's crazy. That was a short one, but that was wow.
Impactful.
That answered a lot of questions. Yeah, and it answered a lot of questions too, as to where we're at right now. All right. So we are on episode 9, and it's Harold's House of Horrors.
So I guess she didn't kill her father, but maybe she killed her mother. Or maybe her mother's still out there.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whatever Mabel has, it's hereditary.
Yeah.
Come on, man. How are you going to bring up the statistics of dying in a car crash without a seatbelt and still use smoke?
He's a weird character.
He's a weird guy, man. Where did y'all find such a perfect, haunted house look?
It was actually our sound guy. He also gets locations. He knew this is his mom's friend's house. It just looks like this. It's awesome.
Bro, this is so perfect.
Yeah.
This whole town is like everybody lets us shoot. It's crazy.
May I ask who's calling? Staffing agency? Yes. Yes, this is Harold. I'm sorry.
I hate her already.
What type of work would this involve? Santa Claus. Would I have to get some sort of training or? Sorry. Yes. I can do that. Friday works. Yes. Will you hold on a minute? I'm on the phone. God damn it. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to picture him as Santa Claus right now.
Thank you. Have a good night now.
I can't, because it terrifies me.
Well, hello there, handsome. I just knew that Hilda needed some company, and who better than her neighbor and bestest friend, Wa?
Hi, Betsy. Mom is sleeping right now.
Oh, Harold, you've always been a bit too serious. So, I just want to come in and see if Hilda is doing okay. Make sure that she's getting the care she deserves. After all, good friends don't hesitate to lend a helping hand.
Look, Betsy, I appreciate your concern, but Mother is happy and healthy, and I think you should leave. She needs a rest.
Oh, Harold, I didn't mean to imply anything. I just wanted to do the neighborly thing, And since I'm here now, why don't we all have a chat?
I want to choke her out with her own headband.
Hilda! Where are you, my dear?
Betsy,
Hilda!
she's sleeping.
Hilda!
You need to be quiet.
Hilda! Where are you?
I told you she's sleeping.
Listen here, you little twerp. I've been following you for weeks. I know you are up to something. And if those damn adult protection services people aren't going to do anything, I will.
Everybody's grabbing that poor bastard by his beard.
Why does this?
Hilda?
If somebody grabbed me by the beard, I would fucking headbutt them in the face. Personal space, people. He just rubbed that photo?
Hilda? Hilda?
Ow.
Hilda, where are you?
Oh, you don't like it when someone just grabs you by the face, do you? Throw her down the stairs.
Oh.
There it goes. That American Psycho kind of look there.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
New Meister residence. Harold speaking. Yes. The position is still available. Yes. Do you have any experience? Ah, nurse, that's great. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
It's Mabel.
My mother has dementia. I'd like to hire someone as soon as possible. I'm starting a temporary position this Friday at 1 p.m. and I could meet you at the public library at 3:30. Does that work for you? Great. All right. I look forward to it. See you then. Good night. Bye now.
So this is the finale before the Christmas special?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So it looks like, yeah, when Harold met Mabel. That's fantastic. Okay, I do have to ask, just so my OCD doesn't go crazy. Is there going to be a season 2?
Yeah, we actually started it last week.
Yes. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
If y'all need any help, I will drive up there. I'm on the East Coast. Let me know.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
I'll be
Why
a
not?
PA, whatever you need. I'll play a fucking
My mother was always a vibrant and loving woman. She was the epitome of strength and grace. She was diagnosed with dementia shortly before the COVID lockdown. I believe her symptoms worsened as a result of being in the house all day. She would just sit there all day long staring at the TV, driving herself crazy over it. But, please, go on.
Well, Harold, if life has taught me anything, it's that sometimes the greatest rewards come from those truly heartbreaking moments. You see, my own mother battled Alzheimer's, and I witnessed firsthand the profound impact that love and understanding can have on someone's journey with dementia. She had me late in life. She was 40, and then when she was 50, she had a stroke. That brought on the dementia. She declined pretty rapidly after that. I was only 10. In her final days, I promised her that I would dedicate my life to providing care and compassion to people like her. So I became a nurse. The hospital became my second home. And
Is she the one who saw Mabel?
until it wasn't.
Okay.
The never-ending
It's like,
shifts
wait a
and
minute.
the emotional roller coaster. Watching the healthcare system struggle to provide the care that people like her really deserve. But it lit a fire in me. So when I saw your ad, I thought, now, here is a way I can make an actual difference.
I totally understand. The system has failed my mother as well. But please continue.
Well, at the end, she couldn't even remember her own name. But still, we had developed we had developed a sort of unspoken language. And despite all the heartache, we still shared moments of joy and of laughter. My mom taught me the power of presence. And that despite their diagnosis, they are still in there somewhere.
Your story is truly inspiring. I thank you for sharing it. But I'm interested in learning more about your caregiving approach.
Absolutely. Well, caring for an individual like your mother, it requires more than just medical knowledge. It requires understanding and creativity. I like to foster an environment that's filled with familiar sounds and music and activities, things that can stimulate their memories. Dementia, of course, can take away the memory, but it cannot take away the value of that human connection. Eventually, I'd like to start my own practice someday and train the caregivers in these sorts of techniques, but of course, that's further down the road.
I believe you possess all the qualities necessary for a caregiver, for my mother to reclaim her independence in the home. I believe you've truly walked the journey, and I'd be honored to take you aboard. I feel obligated to let you know that I have one more interview left to conduct, but I think it's fair to say that the job is yours.
Well, thank you so much. You have all my information, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder who the last interview is going to be with.
I know, right? But
You too.
I will tell you guys this, that dialogue was very good.
It was great.
Yeah, like that was That was.
I got a
who wrote the
feeling
dialogue.
I did.
Yeah,
I wanted everyone to
fantastic.
really like Heather.
Yeah, fantastic.
which is gonna suck because I know Mabel's
I
gonna
mostly got it.
kill her to get the job.
Yeah, no, he was so sweet. That went
You're
really
right.
well.
Definitely
I think
like
he really
her.
loves his mother.
Gonna really hurt to see her go.
I'm so excited. This is just perfect for me. All right, I'll pick us up some dinner on the way home so we can celebrate. Okay? I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.
There she is.
Oh, just watching her eyes fade out in the the horn.
You guys had to get that. You guys got to get that reference, right?
What's Michael, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say in the car. Who was it?
Annie.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say. I was gonna get which one it was, but I think Harold just
He's literally got.
Harold just peaks for the first time in his life.
He's not hiding his feelings on his face very well right now.
Not at all. Oh my god.
I'm Mabel.
Oh, I love
my
it.
god, that was so good. Like that was just like one step removed from licking his fingers and smoothing his eyebrows over.
Again, that was him. He just randomly did that. We had to put it in the slow motion.
Oh my god, that was so perfect.
Oh,
Then he got really sick after that, for some reason.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, he was like definitely ill. We had a whole thing planned with the crew and the cast for bowling, and then yeah, he was definitely ill for like 3 weeks.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
Trying to get to the
Christmas special?
Yeah, because it wasn't on the playlist.
Man, that's a like.
Sounds
I'm just
like-
gonna call it a season. That's a hell of a season. Like,
Yeah.
you end right at the point where you're like, no, now I gotta wait. I gotta wait for next. Oh man.
That was kind of us. We couldn't wait because the Christmas episode. We just had such a stupid, funny idea that we couldn't wait, so we had to do it.
But we didn't want it to progress the actual storyline, so you'll see it doesn't really move the Harold and Mabel, but it shows both of them.
Yeah, it incorporates it, but it doesn't like bring the story. Yeah, we'll watch.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got it right here. Wayne did ask, who does the musical score for the series?
Surprisingly, that's actually all music. So we have different websites that we're part of, just like licensing music. And that was part of the whole thing is we didn't really want to spend the time waiting to have music done because it takes a while, obviously. And we say it's a very specific skill we have that we're able to write it, shoot it, and edit it so quickly. And then waiting on music would delay it even longer. And the way YouTube is, you're only as good as what you put out last in your algorithm. You know, the minute you stop posting, you fall out of it. So our thought was, let's find a couple songs that we like that'll work with it for different scores, and then we kind of kept those going. We did incorporate some music from Mike Giabanti, who also did the score for the Burned Over District. The guy's a genius. He's amazing. And we're actually going to have him score a couple episodes for season 2 because we have a little more time now to do it.
He did Inferno Part 3. He scored that whole film.
And he did Raw.
So did he actually do like because I did notice when we were watching that some of the Halloween music that was in that was redone, wasn't it?
Yep, that was all him.
And I actually mentioned that when we watched it. It's like it sounds exactly like it, but it's just a little different. Just a little. And I mean, it sounded fantastic. It sounded,
As a fan of Halloween, like there's tracks in there that don't exist that sounds so Halloween that it's like awesome hearing it. Like I get confused. I'm like, wait, we didn't take this one from the real movie? Like, that good.
Yeah, it was wow. All right, I have found the Christmas. It was on the playlist. It was just after the preview. I was just like, oh, it ended, but it didn't. So I do have that. Let's throw this up here, and then we'll catch up with everything.
Okay. You got this, Harold. How hard can it be? You got this.
Hi, you can go right up.
Well, hello there. What's your name, little girl?
Emily.
Was she the
Nice
trick or
to
treater?
meet you, little Amanda. I mean, Emma. Emily. Emily. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
You gotta have a big, boisterous voice to be,
what would you like
Santa.
this year?
For my daddy to come home.
Oh, that was
your daddy.
Eric Yobowski, and his nickname is Yobo.
When is the last time you saw him?
Last Halloween.
How about a Christmas song, huh? Jingle bells, jingle everywhere. Oh, come all you faith.
Okay.
I'm dreaming
Take a
of
picture
a
now.
life.
Take a picture.
Oh, that's so good.
I was just feeling like he's thinking in the back of his head, like,
Christmas
might be a
and
loose
a
end I need to tie up there.
Oh, I
Happy
love it.
Christmas. Merry New Year, Amanda. I mean, Emily.
He's got to cover himself now. he's having a heart attack.
Why don't you go take your 15?
Oh, Merry Christmas. And I am so glad you've chosen to
Oh
come and see
no,
me.
he's
What
gonna
do you
kill
want
the
for
other
Christmas?
Santa.
A train set.
Oh, I think I can do that. A dollhouse? Oh.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
All right.
I'm not like a cheese person.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Hey, kids are good.
Harold.
Back from my break.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Our real Santa, he called and he's feeling much better, so we actually won't need your services.
I'm sorry. Did I do anything
No,
wrong?
it's nothing like that. You were wonderful. It's just Nicholas, he has a lot more experience in this. He's been doing it a really long time, and it's just the baby powder. A kid was allergic, and we had to call the ambulance. We just need a more.
All that happened in 15 minutes?
I hope you understand.
Oh no,
Here we go.
I was about to say, please let it be with the sharpened candy cane. Or a Christmas tree. That's even better.
I hope you understand.
I really need this job. Excuse me, old man. Put you in my seat.
Oh, shit.
Get lost. This is the big leagues, freak.
Oh.
Excuse me, old man, but
Yeah.
you're in my seat.
Ooh. Or will Mabel kill him for him? Oh. Oh, there's a perfectly placed elf costume there.
My. What a lovely elf.
Drink up, Santa. I made it special for you.
Oh.
I knew it. Oh.
That's what she told the girl that she.
Yeah,
Oh.
the one she. Oh.
She injected her with coffee.
Is he getting his job back?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Harold. It's Melissa. Nicholas was a no-call, no-show today. Would you mind coming in? We could use a Santa.
Yes. I can be there. Yes. Thank you. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Oh, that was freaking awesome.
I was so hopeful for the candy cane kill from the first time we saw. I was like, okay, please let there be a candy cane kill. Is this like Chekhov's candy cane right now? Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah,
thank you. Needed that.
So I have to ask now that I'm invested, and I'm terrible with shows. Like it's just like I'm gonna have to know when do you guys anticipate releasing the first episode of season 2 of Serial? I'm just gonna call them seasons. Is that right? Is that
Yeah.
how you would? Okay.
Well, this is actually, we haven't actually said this to anyone yet, but our plan is the beginning of February will be the first episode of season 2.
So it is coming up. That is awesome.
I actually show
Hell
you.
yeah.
I'm actually working on it right now. Let me show you a clip that's on giveaway. I'm not going to record it. I'll just. We see. Here's a quick little shot. We just worked on this the other day. I don't know if you can see that on my computer.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Mabel.
Mabel doing Mabel things. Mabelisms.
Oh my god, that's so awesome. Hell yeah. Now I'm gonna step a little bit outside of my realm here, and I know we've been on here for a while, and I know you guys, time wise and everything, but because I'm very new to, I just got my first camera, that's actually mine that I'll be learning on. Which lens did you use? Do you guys have one lens that you use mostly, or is it a variety of lenses that you use filming these throughout?
For Serial?
Yes.
So for Serial, I'm using the Siriu Jupiter lenses. It's a macro prime. There are 3 macro primes. It's a 24, a 35, and a 50.
Okay.
They're T2, T2.0. It's a pretty fast lens, so you get some really good depth of field with them. For different things, with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we use the Ursa 12K, which is actually our camera, and then we rented the Atlas Orion anamorphics. That's why you get that beautiful anamorphic flare, and it just looks so high value, but we can't always afford that, especially not with Serial because it's weekly. We only rented those lenses for like a day, and it was like $600.
Oh, wow.
So they're pricey. As much as we'd love to go anamorphic all the time, we just don't have the money, unfortunately. Even though we've been reaching out to different companies to see if they want to help sponsor the series, so maybe eventually. But no, we've done a lot of things with different things. Like Halloween Inferno was a combination of, it was the Ursa 4.6K, it was the Black Magic Pocket 4K, it was the Red Gemini. We used the Sigma Art lenses for majority of it. We also rented some. What else do we have?
That's a good beginner's lens, like the Sigma Art 18 to 35 lens. If you want to just use one lens,
yeah,
that's a great starting point.
And right now you could get that for maybe $500. It's pretty. It's been out for a long time, and a lot of people have them, so a lot of people are selling them. And that lens, honestly, even I still see productions, and then I look at what they're using, and it's always the Sigma Art, and it looks fantastic. And with me, I've been using it for so long that I got sick of it, but it's hard to deny the versatility of it, and the price is just unreal. I can tell you this. The Sigma Art photo lens is the same as the Sigma Art cinema lens. They just rehoused it, and the rehousing is like $6,000, while the other one it's the same glass. It's just different housing, so it's more, made for a cinema camera. So you have that stops and all that for a follow focus, but just buy the photo version. It's cheap and it looks great.
Yeah, the cool thing out there is YouTube. You can learn everything. So
yeah, and that's what I've been looking through a lot of stuff. Eric has experience with cameras, so I've been talking to him and just trying to learn stuff. But it seems like going through YouTube stuff and everything, it's like everybody has their own favorites, and they'll debate back and forth. And without having the experience to have tried them both myself, I always like to ask questions of people that have done it a lot. And,
I would say,
if
you get an $800 camera and you know how to light a scene correctly and do a good color grade, you can make it look like a $12,000 camera. It's all just. That's why filmmaking is awesome. Everything is subjective, and
Yeah, and if your camera is not if your camera doesn't take super high 6K raw footage, do a Texas Chainsaw because you get a grittier look. It works. you can make something based off the equipment you have. But if I'm not mistaken, you got a A7 IV, correct, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it shoots pretty good. I mean, I got a buddy who does like commercial work, like small time commercial work, and he shoots on a FX3. And he gets some great stuff. And I know when I was at Scarefest, the guy who was doing the media for Scarefest was shooting on a A7 IV, and it looked pretty clean. So you can you can get some great. I mean, it's a good camera that from everything I've seen from it. So
I always say this actually to go off what you were saying earlier, Michael. You said you were making movies in the 80s when you were a kid and how tough that was. And then when we were kids, it was like high 8 and then SD cards. But kids now, like even to when I was 20, like our first camera was not our first camera, but our first like kind of good camera was $3,000. I bought it when I was 18. And it doesn't do even a quarter of the things that these new cameras you can get for like $800 for. Like the Blackmagic Pocket 4K is an amazing camera, and people are selling them now for like $600-700.
Yeah, you could get them. You could get them used for like $1,000 now, easy, and like with a lens. Like I've seen people. I'm in North Carolina, and Charlotte has a decent film community. So there's people selling them like with cages, with lenses, for like $1,000 all the time. And I was really considering one of those. I think I prefer to go the 6K. I'm just kind of waiting to see what I want to do.
Well, Inferno actually, that Steadicam shot that was with the Pocket 4K. So a lot of shots of Inferno were with the Pocket 4K.
That's freaking awesome. You guys, Serial was fantastic.
Oh
you
my
know,
God, dude,
if you couldn't tell, like from our reactions, this was an absolute blast. Like I am so glad that not only that we got to watch it, but that you guys came on and hung out with us while we did it. Like this was fantastic, and I want to thank you guys, again for coming and hanging out with us. And anytime you guys want to come back, you guys are more than welcome. And I've been talking to you on Instagram, correct, James?
Yep.
Yeah. So I definitely, yeah, man. This was absolutely fantastic. Eric, you have anything that you want to talk to these guys about?
It's just gonna suck to wait on season 2 because I know you said they're gonna start coming out in February, but obviously can't watch them because I assume we'll be doing another one of these like after a couple episodes come out. Maybe not do the entire season in one, but maybe do like 3 or 4 episodes per time. Are they going to be roughly the same time? Like each episode, like 5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah. It's the only way we could pump them out that fast.
Okay, so you are still doing the week production?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
We've actually realized too with YouTube, and it's you could make a 2-hour movie and you could get 20 people to click on it, or you could make a 3-minute clip and get 10 million people to click on it, and then it doesn't go by length, it goes by views. So it's almost better to keep it shorter to keep the interest going. Like, hey, it's a quick, easy watch.
Yeah.
Because that's what we did for so many years, putting out shorts that were 25, 35 minutes and no one cared. So we try to scale it back a little bit, which is tough for us because we like to indulge a little bit in story.
Well, also you do such a good job of, you're going to hook them in with like a, 2.5-3 minute short, but immediately they're going to be like, oh shit, what happens next? And they're going to go click on the next one. And they're going to they won't watch a 30-45 minute short, but they'll watch an hour worth of shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's just the way people work. I mean, I go see a 3-hour movie. No, thank you. But I will sit in one setting and binge watch a 6 hour, 6 hours of a show. So you guys got the right idea, man. Cause it definitely was like, I have to click on the next one. So you really killed it.
There's definitely something to be said for like gaining an audience and getting seeing those comments of people that like our work, because like going the traditional make a feature and goes to Amazon Prime and you're dealing with, sales agents and distribution. It's like takes a lot out of you, and you don't really hear you don't hear anything from the audiences or anything. And like, this is the type of like validation we need to continue our journey as filmmakers, to keep growing and getting better. And, you kind of need that, like, okay, we tried this, maybe we should try this next time and see what works and what doesn't. So yes,
the film world the industry is, it's not a kind place. It's not fun. And the further we've gotten into it, the more we've realized this really takes the art out of it. And I'm sure you could see that too with films coming out. Everything is so stale and it's so forced. And the whole indie scene is dying with streaming platforms. They only want to promote their own thing now. It's an Amazon original, Netflix original, Tubi original. So the indie scene doesn't really get noticed as much, unfortunately. So YouTube is kind of like the Wild West still. Like, hey, we can post this and create our own little audience that wants to see what we're doing instead of throwing it out in the ether and hoping for the best.
I mean, your guys' work is phenomenal. Like this was an absolute blast. It was great. For it being original, come on, man! Like,
Yeah,
you got me locked in on season 2.
Original content. This is the
My
first time
first
we've
question
done it.
was like, when season 2? You know what I mean? Like, that's the first thing that popped in my head because something you said at the beginning. You said we're going to invest you guys in these characters, and man, you hooked me in. I want to know what's next for these two. Now they're together. It's like, okay, what's this going to look like? I'm buying in like 100%.
Oh yeah, I'm fully in it right now. Like my mind is racing. Like, what could they do with season 2? Like, how could it get crazier than this? And
trust me, it gets crazy. We have some really, really good ideas. We've mapped out a lot of it. It's just doing it now. It's exciting. We're excited about it because we have fun.
Yeah, dude. Going to like back to the story really quick. Y'all did such a good job of having those creepy moments, but also there was a lot of humor in there. But it was still creepy. Like, it was weirdly humorous. And you're like, should I laugh at this? But you can't not laugh at it, but it is still kind of horrific. Man, it's just great job. I can't say enough good things about it. And technically it was flawless. Like, I would say if you told me that was like Netflix, someone doing shorts for Netflix, I would believe it. Like, y'all did a great job.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you guys for taking an interest in our work. It really does mean a lot to us.
Yeah, 100%, man. And that's something we like to do on this channel. Is we like to do our best. We're very new at doing this. This is probably, I would say, the second month, Eric. We're probably in maybe the end of the second month of doing this.
Yeah, I was about to say we're end of the second month, beginning of the third, maybe.
Yeah.
And like I said, we do it every Monday on your channel, every Tuesday on my channel. We usually do more shorts on my channel, but you all have the distinction of being the first original content. Everything else has been a fan film based on an existing IP. So, man, great job. God, it's so good. It was just 100%. So damn good.
Thanks, guys.
So I say this, guys, watch the Burned Over District, and then we'll get back together and we'll talk about that one.
100%.
I'm watching it tonight.
Yeah.
So
I'll check it out tonight too.
Awesome.
Leave a rating too if you can.
Yeah.
I will.
100%.
Yeah, I was about to say, normally my work day would be starting in like an hour and 10 minutes, but so I got all night to just chill out. I'm gonna turn it on and see what it's all about, especially just to see more of that just crazy actor.
Oh yeah, he's really crazy in this one. So you know what's funny about Michael? He's in another short on our channel, The Offering, and he actually has like a really good jawline and a good face. He just never shaves, but you probably wouldn't even know it was him. Like, he looks that much different.
Yeah. He's surprisingly attractive. He's a handsome guy. It's just funny that he's gone to these extreme lengths to be absolutely the opposite of that.
Yeah.
That's what I like about him, though. That's what an actor is.
Dedication. That's dedication right there. That guy. Jerry has asked multiple times. He said, Vincent, how much for that mask? He's talking about that Halloween mask that you had earlier with the burned up Michael mask. He's just like, I need that mask.
Actually, if you can track down Michael Del Rosa, you can buy the masks off of him. Like, he makes them himself. I think he's selling them for like $300 or something. I'm not selling you mine. No way. Sorry.
Jerry's gonna ask. He's definitely
special
gonna ask.
screen worn mask.
You could get them from Michael Del Rosa. So
we will sign them also because we know him. We could sign one for you. I don't think that's any extra, but I don't know if you care if our signature means anything.
Believe me, Jerry will be all over that.
Oh yeah, he really will.
He will.
That's
Val doing a great job tonight, sharing out the links for everybody. She always does such a fantastic job with that. And she's also saying, amazing job with Serial. I can't wait for the next season. So all the comments. I'm sure that you guys have seen them, out throughout. They've just been, fantastic about all the stuff that you guys have done here that we've watched tonight, and everybody loves it, man. And we would love to have you guys back on sometime, and maybe to talk about the Burnt District. I'll be looking forward to watching that tonight. I'll let you know what I thought on Instagram. I'll send you a message after I see it, and we're pretty much going to wrap up the show for tonight. We did almost 3 hours tonight. That's a long show for us.
Yeah, it's one of the longest ones we've done.
Yeah, but I mean, great content, and time flies when you're having fun, right, guys?
Exactly.
Really
like I just sat down.
This was a blast.
And also to the audience that tuned in, thank you for all your support as well. Thanks for watching with us. Hopefully, if you guys want to see more, you can subscribe to our channel. We're going to have more coming. We also have a really cool feature vampire movie we're working on as well. So that's in the works. Hopefully, it's like The Thing meets
30 Days a Night.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the Thing meets 30 Days a Night. That's what it's like.
You had me at The Thing.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I think that the vampires in 30 Days a Night are underrated, man. Those might be the craziest looking vampire. Like, dude, no. Like that. I cannot agree more. Yeah, those vampires, still, to me, the most terrifying look of a vampire was that group of people. Like, you got to be kidding me.
And Ben Foster in that movie, so good.
That whole movie was good. I love that movie. If I'm a vampire, I'm going to Alaska. It's 30 Days a Night. I mean, how has nobody thought about that before?
It's a genius.
Yeah. I kind of want to tell you the idea for our movie because it's smart too, ish. It's clever. I'm going to give you the synopsis.
Hey, don't do it.
I'm not going to tell them the story. I can tell them the synopsis, can't I?
You can't.
No.
Said I can't? Okay, never mind. It's about vampires. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
Sweet.
Believe me though, James, I understand the excitement. I've done so many things. It's like, okay, this is gonna be a surprise. I'm gonna wait till it's finished, but I'm so excited to get it out there that it's just like immediately start slipping this and that, and eventually it's just, so I get it. Believe me, I get it. But
hell yeah.
That's
all
like,
right.
All right, guys.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You're good.
That's the fun thing about Serial. We have the idea, and we're like, okay, 1 week later, they're actually going to see it, and it's not sitting on a computer ready to be edited for like 6 months,
Yeah, because I mean, you would think, that does have to be kind of crazy that they're coming out so fast, and man, you guys must be a lot younger than me because there's no way that I could, work that many days, without hardly sleeping to get that out like that.
It made me think
crazy.
of South Park because that's what they do in South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Like they come up with a story, completely script it, record it, edit, and it's 7 days. I think they even made a documentary about it. I think it's called like 7 Days to Air or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do that every week. So, but that's a huge fucking production. Like there's so many people that work on that. Y'all are like 2 people. I'm the dedication. It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's absolutely amazing.
Thank you guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys. All right, no problem. Again, thank you for coming on. To everybody in the chat, we will be back tomorrow night on the Bearded Entertainment. Join us over there. We will be watching Red Right Hand, and Killjoy Jake will be joining us. That is his film that he created. Definitely looking forward to that. If you want to support this channel, please, you can do so by going to www.patreon.com/moviesandbeyond. If you want to support it outside of YouTube, if you have not hit that like button, please hit that like button for us. It helps out the channel, and leave a comment once the stream is over. Make sure you guys go over to the Coleman Brothers site and hit a like on these videos. I know you all had a good time. Leave some comments for them over there. That's definitely going to help them out over there. And Eric, anything else that you have moving forward besides Red Right Hand?
I'm starting a new weekly series about horror.
Okay.
There's more about that, but there'll be one releasing this Friday.
Excellent.
Pre-recorded, not live. So it'll be pre-recorded. There'll be one a week for the next 35 weeks. Are fully planned out already. Just I'm recording and editing one a week. So yeah.
Excellent.
So there'll be something for me on Friday, but obviously stream tomorrow night at 9 doing Red Right Hand.
Excellent. All right. So for everybody else in the chat, I will see you guys next time. And if you guys just hold on for just a second, we'll say goodbye backstage. But for everybody else, peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey.